He's gonna shove it.
Yeah.
He's gonna shove it.
Man.
Alright, gut punching squad. Today it's an extra Ring of the Hawk episode for the Hawkamaniacs. But I'd like to thank Zero Briggs for making the Hawk talk. Sorry it only took 3 months. If anyone's ever deserved to smack me with a brick, it's certainly you, my friend. Alright, let's do it. Zach Gowan, one-legged wonder or a TNA blunder? Match 1, BG James aka the Road Dogg versus Tenacious Z, but you all know him as Zach Gowan. I've never seen such a skinny guy in the whole of my life. To be fair, he's 18 years old here, but when I was that age I was about 6 times the size of him. I ate burgers for breakfast. He takes his prosthetic leg off and throws it at Athena, but the Road Dogg looks annoyed to be facing him. Road Dogg keeps shouting out that this has got to be a rib. Gowan hits the one-legged dropkick and then beats on Road Dogg in the corner. Dogg gets annoyed and launches him across the ring. Gowan tries to fight back, but the Dogg floors him with a clothesline. Gowan apparently dedicated his life to being a professional wrestler after he was visited in the hospital by Hulk Hogan. Gowan kicks Road Dogg out of the ring, and then he nails a one-legged moonsault onto the outside. Back in the ring, Road Dogg takes him down with a boot and probably has the match won, but he pulls him up at 2. Road Dogg's brother is the referee, but they don't seem to be getting along. Dogg hits a suplex and again he should have the match won, but he doesn't bother. Dogg starts arguing with his grey brother, and Gowan sneaks up and tries to roll him up, but the Dogg keeps out. Gowan doesn't give up though, and he boots Road Dogg in the gut, and then he rolls him up with a small package, and this time it is over. A win in his first match, pretty good match too. Made me want to see more of the guy. It's a C. After the match, Gowan is jumped by Raven, but the refs pull Gowan out of the ring. So is Gowan going to be feuding with the Sports Entertainment Extreme? Match 2, 6-man tag, Zach Gowan, Jorge Estrada and Ron the Truth Killings. Strangest team ever. And they're taking on the Sports Entertainment Extreme team of Beyond Boring Mike Sanders, Road Dogg and Disco Inferno. This is only about Gowan's 10th ever match, but I guess his partners don't trust him yet because his partners fight most of the match without him. He even tries his best to get involved but misses his swipe on the Dogg. Jorge finally gives Gowan the tag and he comes into the ring with a springboard dropkick on Disco. Gowan takes out the SEX boys with dropkicks and he's a house on fire. He tries another springboard but Dogg grabs his only leg and throws him on the floor. Road Dogg and the boys isolate Gowan as he's the weakest member of the team. Road Dogg pounds at him and knocks him down with a boot. He almost gets the pin but Gowan's team save him. DOGG is really angry about the last time that he faced Gowan and he kicks his leg out from under him. Road Dogg starts taking the piss out of Gowan's leg. Gowan thinks he's going to make the tag, but he gets chop blocked. Road Dogg's greyer, more boring brother then comes down the ramp and the Road Dogg is distracted. He turns around into a Zach Gowan moonsault, and then the Z-Man's able to tag out. The match sort of breaks down now and Gowan hits a weak axe handle on the Dogg. In the ring, Truth wins the match with a front suplex on Beyond Boring Mike Sanders. Gowan didn't do that much, but everything he did was done well. It's a D. After this match, Gowan would be signed up by the WWE, but don't worry folks, that ain't all. He'll be back with a bigger ego than the Hawk, just you wait and see. I'll be covering his WWE run separately soon, by the way. Match 3, TNA Hard Justice 2005, Gauntlet for the Gold Battle Royal, 2 years after the last match. Bobby Roode is the first man out and our guy is second. He's now had a haircut so he's a bit less greasy, and now he's wearing his prosthetic leg out to the ring. He's now had a haircut, and the crowd seem genuinely happy to see him. Gowan takes his leg off, and then Roode snatches the leg away from him, so Gowan drop kicks him in the face. Roode tries a suplex, but Gowan reverses it into an inverted DDT. He then follows that up by nailing a moonsault. Unfortunately for Gowan, Bobby Roode's Team Canada partner Eric Young is out next. Bobby Roode takes out Gowan by diving at his leg, but at least he does it to his face. Gowan tries to fight back, but it doesn't go well for him. Next out is Cassidy O'Reilly, who looks like he's falling over as he runs out to the ring. Gowan uses the distraction to hit a dropkick on Roode. Prime Time is in next, and he completely destroys the Canadians. Gowan starts booting Eric Young in the gut, and he tries to chuck him out, but EY isn't going anywhere. Shark Boy is out next, and Gowan flattens him with a clothesline. He just stands around in the corner like a complete moron, and then Shark Boy starts biting him on the ass. He bites him so much that Gowan screams in pain and falls out of the ring over the top rope. Gowan is the first man eliminated in comedic circumstances. It eventually comes down to Abyss, and Ron the Truth, and Abyss beats him with the Black Hole Slam. Gowan didn't eliminate anyone, and he was the first guy to be chucked out, so it's not going to be an A, is it? He spent most of his time in the match waiting for someone to let him hit a move. The moves he did hit all looked okay, and the crowd cared about what he was doing, so I'll give him a D here. Match 4, Kid Romeo versus Zach Gowen. The girls are going nuts for him. Is it his pale skin and receding hair that makes the girls care? Gowen towers over Kid Romeo, which looks quite unusual. Gowan drop kicks him in the face and he follows up with a clothesline before Romeo stops his momentum. Romeo destroys Gowan with a clothesline, but Gowan kicks out at 2. Romeo continues to control the match with a suplex. He tries to get a pin with one hand, but Gowan kicks out. Romeo starts messing around and Gowan's able to boot him, and then he hits a tornado DDT off the top rope. Gowan follows it up by springing off the ropes with a leg lariat. The match is really back and forth as Romeo hits a backdrop, and then he tries to stack him on the top rope. Gowan fights him off and then he nails a huge moonsault for the 3. Enjoyed that one. The crowd loved it too. It's a C. Match 5, TNA Slammiversary 2005. The opener, 6-way match. Zach Gowen, who falls over on his way to the ring. And he takes on Delirious, Gerald Clark, Amazing Red, Elix Skipper with a beanie, and Shark Boy. What a weird match this is. It's like all the X Division outcasts grouped together in one match. Apart from Amazing Red, most of these guys are barely mentioned. This match is pretty much just here to showcase Amazing Red. Gowan tries to hit the top rope leg drop on Gerald Clark, but he misses and grabs his ass. Shark Boy smashes him with a drop kick and a neck breaker, but Gowan kicks out. Shark Boy tries to 10 punches in the corner, but Gowan fights it off and then he nails the inverted DDT. He looks like he's going for a move, but Skipper wakes the blind tag on him to upset him. They all start hitting dives to the outside, but Gowan keeps getting cut off. We now get a tower spot, but Gowan's the only man not to be involved. Probably a bit risky when you're only on one leg. Everyone's down on the ground, so Gowan takes advantage with a huge moonsault on Gerald Clark, but the pin gets broken up. Shark Boy clotheslines him out of the ring. Shark Boy hits the deep sea drop and scores the 3. But Gowan looks stupid because he could have probably broken up the pin. He was too busy gorming out next to the pinfall. A really fun match, but Gowan did the least out of these guys. Remember, we're here to grade the individual and not the match itself. It's a D, whilst the match itself is a B. Match 6, Mikey Batts versus Zach Gowen. He has a creepy smile from the camera. I can't get over how much taller Zach looks than most of his opponents. You never think of him as a big guy, but in the X Division he actually is. These two guys have an even face-off before Zach hits a low drop kick to take down Mikey Batts. Gowen hits a clothesline and an elbow, and it's not going well for Mikey. Gowen tries the moonsault but misses, and then Mikey nails him with an enziguri kick. Guess what everyone, it wouldn't be a Marky D video without an appearance for Slapnuts. He comes down to the ring and tells the timekeeper to ring the bell, and then he grabs a mic and starts telling them to end the match, and it doesn't matter who won the match. That's the definition of jobber treatment if I've ever seen it. Zach Gowen refuses to leave, so Jarrett calls him hop along. Jarrett then smashes him with the guitar. It's an S because he looked like a complete joke here. Match 7, TNA Bound for Glory 2006, Kevin Nash Open Invitational X Division Gauntlet Battle Royal. Ugh. This is like the opposite of the last match, with most of the most famous X Division TNA stars competing in one ring. It also has A1, who A sucks. Gowen now has blonde hair. Gowen has a dropkick for A1, and he also has one for Sonjay Dutt. He then nails poor Sonjay with the moonsault before he gets beheaded by Austin Aries. Gowen tries to work with A1, so that's a point lost straight away. Aries and Michael Shane try to throw Zach out of the ring, but they don't manage it. There's then that female wrestler called Serelda in the match, who's one of the most forgettable TNA wrestlers of all time. She looks like a bag of Hovis. Aries kicks her in the smash zone, but she sells it like she's got a different kind of slash zone, and then she's gone. Gowen almost gets chopped out by Aries, but he fights his way back in. The Shark and D-Ray then clear the ring with the throw ram. I genuinely have to keep checking to see if Gowen's still in this match as he's doing so little. Johnny Devine comes out next to join the match, and unfortunately he eliminates our guy straight away. And then he hops around like a complete buffoon. How embarrassing. The final two are Austin Aries and Jay Lethal, and Aries wins it with the Brainbuster. Pretty bad from Gowen, I barely even saw him. Any star power he had in the WWE is completely gone at this point. And that was the final match, just 7 there. So to keep it brief, he had no promos, no storylines, and just a bunch of random X Division matches. He had about 4 moves and he mostly just stood in the corner and waited to be able to hit moves on people. He was mostly surrounded by a bunch of good guys, and it wasn't enough, unfortunately. There was nothing bad, but he just didn't do anything good. I'm going to end this by giving him a D and telling him to shove it.